Hey yo, what is going on you guys? It's your boy AceoxReacts. I'm back with another reaction. This time I'm going to react to Liberty City Stories GTA 3 Second Chance by Dr. Dog 6. Yes, we're reacting to another Dr. Dog 6 video, and it seems to be at least a sequel to his GTA 3 review retrospective rant video, because this one is about Liberty City Stories and it's pretty much GTA 3 but for PSP and better. There's not much I remember about this game because it's been a long time when I last played it. But I remember I played it on a PSP at night, and what I remember is that the missions I think are shorter or more bite-sized, you know, to accommodate the fact that you'd probably play it somewhere outside on a train on your PSP and stuff like that. Handheld system, and it's a true handheld game. And what I definitely do remember is that I think this game has one of the best theme songs ever, if not the best. It's really good. Additionally, what I remember is the fact that you play as a guy who's an NPC that gives you missions in GTA 3, and you're playing as that guy, some Italian dude, and I thought that was pretty cool. And one last thing I remember for some reason is that there is a mission, I don't know the exact details anymore. Like I said, it's been way too long since I last played it, where you turn someone into sausages or something like that and sell it, I think you get revenge on someone and turn him into meat, and the meat is being sold or something like that. Something along the lines of that, at least. And for some reason, yeah, that disturbed the hell out of me. But for some reason, GTA 3's mission that's kind of similar like that. I don't know what's wrong with that game, but I think you deliver pedestrians to a meat factory or something like that, or a butcher factory, or was it dog food? I don't know. Dog food factory, and the humans are being turned into dog food or whatever it was. Fucked up as hell. Anyway, we're here to react to Dr. Dog's video about this, and I'm guessing it's kind of a sequel maybe to his GTA 3 video. Either way, I'm excited. I want to see what he thinks about this particular game. I think I liked it. I'm pretty sure I liked it a lot more, at least, than GTA 3. Like I mentioned in my last reaction to Dr. Dog 6, GTA 3, I really don't like it. Never liked it back then, and still don't like it to this day. And for some reason, I remember Liberty City Stories for the PSP a lot more positive, or at least I look at it a lot more fondly than GTA 3. So yeah, I'm excited to see what his opinion is on this game. And so let's cut all this yapping short. But before we start, like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by Dr. Dog 6. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell him, "Hey yo, Tony, give me the spaghetti now." Tell him that, and obviously subscribe to him. He deserves it. His video about GTA 3 was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be good as well. So yeah, he deserves it. Subscribe to him. Do it, or I'll turn you into dog chewing toys. So yeah, let's cut all that yapping short. I scrolled up, I zoomed out for you. So without further ado, here we go.
For the past several years, people have been saying that we are living on the cursed timeline. Ever since Harambe, God rest his soul, left this mortal plane, we've been seeing disaster after disaster make headline after headline. And recent events have shown that there is no sign of slowing down. I mean, we've got Chinese spy balloons floating over the continent. We have Chinese apps taking over the minds of our youths. We had a Chinese
I think the video is
the entire world like an eternity, and as if it all couldn't possibly get any worse. We also have Ohio, but I'm not talking about our world. I'm here because I'm brave enough to make a bold claim. I'm willing to tell you that we are not, in fact, living on the cursed timeline. As a matter of fact, we're living in the best possible timelines we ever could have gotten, and it's all because of one video game.
Damn.
Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories.
Okay, that's extremely high praise.
What the hell is Liberty City Stories, you might be saying, if GTA 5 is the only GTA you've ever played? Or isn't that just a PSP port, is what you might be saying, if you were like...
I thought that too.
To shine some light on the subject for those who may be unaware, Liberty City Stories is the game that brought Liberty City into the 3D universe of GTA video games. Yep, it is 100% definitively the first 3D GTA game to be set in Liberty City. Why else would it follow the title formula? First you had Vice City, which took place in Vice City, then San Andreas, which took place in San Andreas.
3D, hold on. No, I thought GTA 3, that came out first, right? Yeah. Hold on, am I missing something? I think I'm missing something, but I'll just continue.
And now we have Liberty City Stories set in beautiful Liberty City. Stories. Okay, fine.
Stories.
Just the big 3 shaped elephant in the room. Grand Theft Auto 3.
Alright, okay.
2001 was the first 3D universe GTA game, and it was set in Liberty City.
But it was shit.
But that's a game I already covered enough like a year and a half ago when I made that video on its definitive edition counterpart. And after that video came out,
we gotta watch that as well.
That I'd never talk about that video game again. However, when I got bored a few months ago and decided to download, legally, a copy of Liberty City Stories in order to emulate it, nice save, I very quickly fell in love with this game that I'd never really given a chance when I was a kid. After all, it was just a PSP game they put out on PS2, and
it was the exact same for me. When it was released, I just thought, it's just a port of GTA 3 on the PSP. Kinda cool, the idea, you know, to have a game like GTA 3 on your PSP. A small handheld system you can take anywhere you want and play and annoy people on a train with how loud you set the volume of the console. But I initially didn't give it a chance, but eventually I got it as a gift, and so I tried it out, and I was like, hold on, is this GTA 3? Cause this is kinda good. This is kinda good. Hold on, did I misjudge how good GTA 3 was? And then I went back and played GTA 3 and realized, no, hold on, it's not the same game, and GTA 3 is still shit. So yeah, I initially thought Liberty City Stories is just a port of GTA 3 as well. So yeah, I think that's a mistake many people made, which is a shame, because the Liberty City Stories game is really good. It's really good, and I feel like a lot of people overlooked it, at least in the past, or purposely ignored it because they thought, like me, that it is just a port, which it really isn't. It's the proper GTA 3 in my opinion. Hell yeah. But yeah, I totally get why people thought that back then, because I thought that as well. But it's not a port, so if you get the chance to play it, either through legal means or various other ways, do it. I really think if you like the GTA series in general, you should definitely give it a try, and also try out Vice City Stories, because that one is also really good, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. Unless you don't like GTA games in general, then you probably won't like any of them. Alright, give it a try. Like, women should give my small penis a try. Yeah, cause they see my small dick and they're like, hell no, it's hard to be a small penis man in a big penis man world. Small penises for life. Hell yeah.
Certainly wasn't up to San Andreas' par, but as an adult who's played through San Andreas, Vice City, and even GTA 3, unfortunately, I feel that I can finally appreciate what Liberty City Stories brought to the table, because this is the game that brings GTA 3 up to the standards its successors went on to set. When Rockstar initially created GTA 3, they didn't have the experience behind them that they did when making Vice City and San Andreas in the coming years. As a result, 3 was left behind in the dust when it came to preserving their legacies. But when they went back around to Liberty City Stories, they finally had that experience they needed, and they used it to create the game that 3 could have been. And over the next however many minutes this video ends up being, I'm going to tell you exactly how.
Alright, let's hear it. The godfather of Grand Theft Auto.
So first things first, why do I hate GTA 3? Well, truth be told, I don't hate it per se. I just have a very strong dislike for it, but I do respect what it accomplished. While this isn't
me too,
that
but
I'd likely ever play again by choice, I can still appreciate what it did for the future of gaming, because without this absolutely abhorrent disaster of an attempt at making a three-dimensional open-world video game by today's standards, we wouldn't have the masterpieces of Vice City and San Andreas, which only came out 1 and 3 years later, respectively. And we
not to mention all the other games that were inspired by GTA 3. So definitely GTA 3 was innovative as hell, but I still think it's not a good game. It's not a good game. It is innovative, but that does not automatically translate to good, because a lot of things are innovative and they're shit. Of course, there are some innovative things that are good, but I think GTA 3 isn't one of them. It's not. Everything that came after it is like leagues ahead of GTA 3, and that's a kind of the curse, you know. Like, I think I talked about it in quite some detail in my last reaction to Dr. Dog 6's video about GTA 3. But I'll quickly recap it here as well, because it still matters. It was kind of the first. It was a trendsetter. It set the trend there was to follow. But just because it's the first doesn't mean it has to automatically be good or the best at it, because most of the time it isn't, because it's the first. They have not yet figured out at that point what you can even do with that idea and everything, and the concept. And as time passed, they experimented, learned, and improved upon the initial original idea that was presented at GTA 3. That obviously means that it's the first, and things that are the first are either hit or miss. And I'm not gonna do that hit or miss joke again, which I did in a different reaction. Hit or miss? I guess no, AceoX, no. Shut your ass up, bitch. Drinking the good stuff. It's so warm today, so I'm gonna take a quick break. We're 3 minutes into the video, but I need a quick break. It's too warm. I'm sitting right next to my goddamn PC because I have to, because for some reason the webcam cord is way too short and it sucks. The PC does not help. And apparently, I think today or tomorrow, I don't know which one, it's gonna be 36 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, Celsius here in Germany where I live, so fuck. That's hot. That's extremely hot. And not the good kind of hot. Like Chibidoki. Yeah! AceoX once again bringing it home with the sexual harassment of a peer. Damn, it's not funny. It's not funny, AceoX. Shut the fuck up. How dare you? You're such a disappointment. Leave Chibidoki alone. Leave her alone. That's some really deep cut old school meme shit. I transformed because it was originally Britney. Leave Britney alone. Leave her alone. But yeah, I transformed it into Chibido. I think you get the joke. I don't have to explain the joke. Why am I explaining the joke? Why do I keep explaining my jokes? It's best if I don't explain them and let you wonder what the hell I'm even talking about and analyze every single word I say and how I say it and how I structure my sentences and the way I insert my small penis into the conversation and all that good shit. So you can figure out what the hell I'm saying and then you can call me a fucking loser dickhead in my comment section. I like that. Yes, that sounds better than explaining my own jokes. Yes. Alright, I'm getting way too random right now, so I'll see you in a second. I'll take a quick break like I said. Big bitches. Ass. I like ass. Ass. Alright, I'm back, so let's continue. No more yapping. Unless I do, then I'm gonna continue yapping. And you'll yap alongside me. That's the true AceoX experience.
Sure as hell wouldn't have the groundbreaking titles like GTA's 4 and 5 as well as Red Dead Redemption 2, whose qualities we've all started to take for granted in recent years. And never mind Rockstar titles for a second, because we also wouldn't have classic and modern series like Saints Row, Driver, Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Yakuza, or Yakuza, the fuck you want to pronounce
Sleeping Dogs.
Fallout. But as far as
Sleeping Dogs
come, it all started 20 years ago with Grand Theft Auto 3. Now it truly is insane to think that the same company that made this could have also come out with something like this only a few years earlier. Like, when you factor in this game's primitive AI, inferior story, and frankly shitty controls, it just becomes amazing to think about how these two games could possibly be related at all. But the reality is, San Andreas is only successful because of...
That's the thing about the PS2 era of games. I really don't know how the hell they did that, but a lot of games that had multiple sequels on the PS2 for some reason managed to do exactly that. Improve on it within usually a year of development time, so much to the point that it feels like it should be 3 years apart, but it's not. It's 1 year apart. And nowadays we've got games and you wait for the sequel for like, I don't know, 10 years and it's almost the same as the previous one. That's something I really liked about the PS2 games, that they for some reason managed to make sequels actually feel like sequels and not just an add-on, which is crazy, like I said, because they usually only spend 1 or 2 years on a sequel. I think for Ratchet & Clank, it was always a year apart, and the Jak and Daxter series as well. And in the case of GTA, well, I mean, of course, it's varied. I think I just saw that it took 2 years for GTA San Andreas to come out after, was it Vice City? Yeah, it was Vice City. So yeah, it definitely varied, but back then, still, they released it kind of quickly. And to see the leaps of quality, the jumps, the huge jumps they made from each game is crazy. They were productive as hell, but also probably crunching all the time, which is not a good thing. This is also one of the reasons why the PS2 era of games really cemented themselves as, in my opinion, the best era for video games in general, period, like the thing women have, yeah, simply because it was quality. It was quality and quantity, which how the hell does it work? I don't know. I thought it's either one or the other, but no, the PS2 showed that both is possible for some reason. I have no clue how they achieve that, but they did. Yeah.
Built on the failures of GTA 3. Whereas in 3, you can't drive down the street without casually being shot at by rival gangs because their AI simply detects you. San Andreas allows you to recruit gangsters, go on the offensive, and take out those rival gangs.
Yeah, and all the RPG mechanics and everything, it's insane.
4-star wanted level because you can't even look at the people shooting at you.
And the thing is, the GTA games aren't short games. I mean, GTA 3 kind of probably could be considered somewhat short, and the PSP games, obviously, yeah. But I mean, like, GTA San Andreas, just think about it, how much content there's in this game, and they managed to create this behemoth of a game, of a goddamn insane monster, in just 2 years after Vice City was released. That's like, how? How? It's like creating 5 minutes of content in 1 minute. How? That shouldn't be possible. How? How does it work? I don't know. But it's
San Andreas lets you strategically move around and determine the best way to deal with your enemies.
Yeah.
In 3, you play as such a one-dimensional character that choosing to do one mission will cut you off from an entire mission chain without warning. San Andreas gives you the experience of taking over the whole world by forging brotherhoods out of betrayal and crumbling your enemies' empires. Alright, so maybe it's a little easy to take shots at GTA 3 by comparing it to San Andreas. So why don't we compare it to Vice City instead? I mean, that game only came out like 1 year later, so it can't be that much better, right? Except,
once again, I never played Vice City for some reason.
Visuals is night and day, almost literally. So just imagine the gameplay differences. Now, I'll acknowledge one major flaw Vice City has is its lack of improvement in controls, but everything else was clearly kicked to the tent, from the soundtrack to the story to the activities, and even to just simply buying guns. Overall, Vice City is also just a much more fun game to play than 3, and just like San Andreas, it's very fondly remembered among the GTA community. But again, Vice City wouldn't be able to run if 3 never walked.
Yeah. So definitely, GTA 3, one good thing you can tell about it is that it was a trailblazer.
In the hearts of many Grand Theft Auto players, and they undoubtedly owe their notoriety to the failures learned from GTA 3. But why is it fair that Liberty City has to be sacrificed in order for these other worlds to be held on such high pedestals? Why must Liberty City be the sacrificial lamb while Vice City and San Andreas get to prosper? Why can't all 3 of these maps have their chance to shine? Well, luckily, they can, because many years ago, Liberty City Stories debuted on store shelves in 2005 for PSP and 2006 for the PS2. And this game took the things that Rockstar learned through making Vice City and San Andreas and applied them here to finally make the 3D universe's interpretation of Liberty City one worth venturing. In GTA Liberty City Stories, we play as Tony Cipriani, aka that one guy whose mom keeps yelling at him in GTA 3.
No son of mine gets to buy some prayers. God, Father, God rest his soul, took no crap from no trial. Yes, ma.
I'm sure a lot of us can relate, Tony. Much like Claude, we follow Tony's journey.
Not me.
First going through Portland, which is...
My mom is awesome. But yeah, that's exactly what I meant. You play as a character that's a somewhat important side character in GTA 3, but it's a side character. It gives you missions, and doesn't he turn into a bad guy or something like that, or it's just you're not dealing with him anymore in GTA 3 later down the road. Like I mentioned in my last reaction to Dr. Dog's video, I don't really remember much about the GTA 3 story itself, so yeah, I don't remember, but I vaguely remember that he turns on you or something like that, or you turn on him or something. I don't remember quite, but yeah, to play as a side character that kind of turns on you or you turn on him is so mind-blowing to me. And in Vice City Stories, apparently in Vice City there's a character that dies in the intro cutscene. In the intro cutscene, when the drug deal went wrong, and you play as that dude in Vice City Stories. That's like, it feels weird because both characters just seem like not that important in the grand scheme of things, or rather they don't seem like important enough to be a protagonist, but they end up being protagonists in their own games, and that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, yeah. So yeah, that's something I really like about Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. That kind of blew my mind, that you play as a character that's not really that important in the main games. Flashes out the story of GTA 3 more than GTA 3 itself, which in itself is an achievement that's quite notable. So yeah.
It's roughly based on Brooklyn and Queens, New York. Throughout this part of the game, you find that the Leone crime family is heavily embroiled in a war with smaller syndicates like the Zindacos and the Forellis. And you also learn that this is all orchestrated orchestrated by the Sicilian Mafia. Once the Don, Salvatore Leone, discovers this, you help him escape to Staunton, an island based on Manhattan, where you promptly become a made man upon becoming Sal's most trusted member of the family. It's here that you eventually kill the mayor and begin to help get Donald Love elected in order to control the city. But in spite of your efforts, the Sicilians rig the vote and get Love's rival elected instead, who immediately has Salvatore arrested for his crimes. This brings us over to Shoreside Vale, which is somewhat based on New Jersey and upstate New York.
To be honest, I don't remember much about the story of Liberty City Stories. To be fair, like I said, it's been a long time, and I usually played it at night and without sound, so I missed a lot of context. But I played it for the missions and driving around in Liberty City, just causing mayhem and chaos, because I was so cool on a tiny PSP. So yeah, I don't remember much about the story, but then again, I don't remember much about any story of any game I ever played. My brain is like a black hole. It consumes stuff and it's gone. It's lost to the ages. But then again, sometimes I remember something very specific about something that has been not on my mind for a century or so, which always leads me to wonder why. Why do I remember some random ass stuff? And then stuff like, for example, the name of my psychiatrist. I did not know what my psychiatrist's name was for the first 3 to 5 years. I did not know. Every time I went up to the secretary, the reception area, and told them that I have an appointment, they always asked me who my psychiatrist is, and I fumbled it in, and they had to look it up themselves in the timetable of the doctors and stuff like that. And yeah, it was quite embarrassing, but that's my brain in a nutshell. I did not even know my own psychiatrist's name for way too long. And that's pretty much with everything, with all kinds of names: video title names, book names, game names, music names, band names, song names, you name it, company names, product names, people. People is the most embarrassing. When I meet someone a couple of times and I still don't know their name, and I have to try and find a way to talk to them without using their name, because I don't know their name, even though they told me many times before. That's the most embarrassing of them all. Or when I say I really like a band and I don't remember the name or the name of any of the songs, but I know their songs. I listen a lot to them. I listen to the albums a lot and the songs in the albums. I just don't remember the name. I always feel like an imposter, a liar, when I tell people that I like a band, even though it's the truth. But yeah, it's embarrassing. I don't know why. It does not seem to get any better than it is, so I guess it's gonna be like this for the rest of my life. Either way, what I'm trying to get at is that stories, for example, in games, movies, and stuff like that, it's the same thing. Even if I really like a game, like for example Sleeping Dogs, it's in my top 10 of all time, and it's pretty far up there. I never really thought about how far, but even top 3. So that should tell you how much I like it, and I played it a lot, and I don't remember. I barely remember anything from the story, even though I really liked it to the point that I played it, like I said, a million fucking times. And that's the thing, that's my curse. My mind is like a black hole, sucks in stuff like a woman sucks my tiny schlong, and sometimes it spits out some random ass stuff. I have no clue why. I have no clue as to why that specific thing that happened 20 years ago and that did not matter at all for anything ever, but the important stuff is lost forever to time, to the whims of the black hole. That is my brain, and it sucks, but yeah, what can you do, huh, Tony? What can you do, huh? If the Don don't want you to remember, no, hold on, that sounded Chinese. If the Don don't want you to remember, huh, Tony, then who are you, huh? Son, my boy. Yeah. So yeah, I don't remember Liberty City Stories story. So this is all new to me, even though I played it and I liked it, and I played it multiple times on the PSP. But still, yeah, I play it without sound, and if I do that, then it's a 100% chance that I'm not going to remember it even a bit.
Here, you continue to help Donald Love get back on his feet after losing the election, and in turn, he helps you damage the Forelli's influence in Staunton by bombing Little Italy, completely destroying the area so that Love will be contracted by the city to reconstruct it. Meanwhile, with your help, Salvatore gets released from prison on bail. But when you go to convince the mayor to drop his charges, you discover that he's been kidnapped by the Sicilians to prevent this. And when you defeat them and rescue the mayor, you ultimately earn his favor, get the charges dropped, and take control of the city just like you planned. Now, I only gave you a cliff note of the story, but that right there is already a significantly greater story than go here, get paid, do that, get paid, kill the...
Also, apparently that's pretty cool. That's something I definitely missed while playing the game. In GTA 3, there aren't motorcycles, and in GTA Liberty City Stories, there are. As you can actually see, still on this frame, it's you know, behind the red car, there's a dude on a motorcycle. And the reason Rockstar gave why motorcycles aren't a part of GTA 3, which takes after Liberty City Stories, is quite funny, because they said they banned motorcycles by the time GTA 3 came around. Now, but also what's really cool, like in the beginning of GTA 3, the bridges are blocked off. You're not allowed to enter, and if you do, you immediately hunted full stars, and the military goes after you and stuff like that. And the reasoning is in GTA 3 there's because of bombings or terrorists or something like that, and in this game it explains exactly why. I think the bombing is one of the reasons, but I'm not quite sure. But definitely they explain it in Liberty City Stories, and that's something I really like. It really adds some context in retrospect to something, but not in a retcon type of way or pulling shit out of my ass type of way. It kind of works really well. Well, except the motorcycle one. That's just funny. That's a funny explanation. I like stuff like that if it is done with care. Sometimes it can really feel like they're pulling shit out of the ass in that way. Just wanted to mention that because I saw the motorcycle and I think it's a funny fun fact. A funny fun fact. Damn. Double trouble. Like my balls. Get it? Cause I have two. I have two balls. Oh yeah. Swag.
Brother of the woman who saved your life because some weird dude asked you to get paid. I'm sorry, I just fucking hate GTA 3's story. It's so fucking bad. But what about the rest of the game? Well,
I don't thankfully remember it to myself. Yeah, I probably hate it too.
Better in my opinion. For one, you can actually look around, which is such a simple feature that GTA 3 desperately could have used, and it makes all the difference here. Another nice addition is the update to the auto-aiming system that makes it a lot more obvious to tell who you're locked onto. Whereas in 3, you had to pay attention to this thin red box that would display targets.
That was
Liberty
weird.
City Stories replaces this system with something more in line with San Andreas' triangular targets that even show how much health your target has left. Although the only thing I don't like about how they implemented this is how the triangles get darker depending on how much. Probably go ahead and turn that off. All right, let's see. Where was I? Oh, here we go. Okay, gotcha. Although the only thing I don't like about how this... fucking hell, that really fucking threw me off. The only thing I don't like about how they implemented this is how
no worries,
get darker,
I'm the same.
How much health your target has left, rather than progressively changing to red and then black once he's dead.
Yeah, red was definitely better.
It makes it harder to tell if the guy you're shooting at is actually dead or just mortally wounded, which can make all the difference in some scenarios. And this is clearly a concern after the game release, seeing as how they changed it back to the more purist system when they came out with Vice City Stories. One other nice to have feature is just the simple Vice City method of buying guns. If you wanted to buy guns in GTA 3, which you needed to do very often because of constantly down.
That was shit.
And you had to walk into these gun pickups inside the store while your camera was suddenly placed at an awkward angle. And if you only had enough money to buy one specific weapon, well then you'd better be careful not to walk into one of the others on accident. Or if you wanted more ammo, you'd have to wait for the gun to respawn so you could walk into it.
It was
City,
such a shit system.
Walk up to the clerk to enter this menu and just navigate your way over to the gun that you wish to buy. And you can
This is so good. It looks also so good.
Luckily, Rockstar went with the latter method when it came to Liberty City.
Hell yeah.
But it's not just the controls that Rockstar improved upon here. They also added their improved AI to the world's NPCs, making it so much easier to navigate Liberty City without getting your ass blasted for simply existing.
Okay, I did not know that.
AI just less of a pain in the ass to deal with, but they really add to the world and make Liberty City feel more alive this time around. Now, as you're walking around, you might notice a taxi pull up to the side of the road, see a pedestrian enter it, and then drive.
Oh.
Now, this might have been a feature in Vice City, maybe even Vice City Stories as well, but I was genuinely blown away when I saw this for the first time because this sure as hell wasn't a feature in San Andreas. It's
what the fuck?
A feature in GTA 5, and it's not even a thing in GTA 4 either. GTA 4, where the AI was probably the most.
Damn, did you see that? What the hell? What? I mean, it's cool that this is a feature that they randomly walk to a taxi and employ it. But when something like that happens, that's funny janky. And I really like it. The other one crashed into the other cars. This one, for some reason, fights the passenger who only wanted to take a fare. It's like, what the hell? That's this good goofy shit. I like that. But yeah, now that I think about it, did any of the GTA games do that? Aside from Liberty City Stories? Because I really... That's not something I remember at all in any of the games, which is really kind of weird because it's such a simple thing, but it adds to the fact how alive the world feels and how alive the NPCs that fill the world feel. It's simple but effective and funny in this case, because what the hell are they doing? What's going on? Their brains work like mine. They work like mine. It's either 1 or 0. 0 is and 1 is what the fuck, man? It's just we only have these two states. Goofy as fuck. I like it. I definitely did not know about that because I don't pay attention to details like that when I play games. So I really like when people point out these things in videos because it's like I'm seeing it actually for the first time, or rather I am actively seeing it for the first time.
Most realistic it's ever been, set in the same city, and that city being based on the only place in the world where 80% of its traffic is taxi cabs. How was this tiny little thing never brought back? Like,
true.
How the fuck is this not in GTA 4? I don't understand it. Why was this so fucking cool feature wasted on a goddamn PSP port no one's ever fucking heard of? Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, they definitely should bring it back.
Cool little thing is the fact that the cars can actually have passengers. Now, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but in GTA 3, every car on the road was either occupied by just a driver or nobody at all. This was likely due to Rockstar being unable to figure out a way to properly program in passengers before GTA 3 came out. But this was implemented in time for Vice City, and as such, it found its way into Liberty City stories. Now then, back to the AI being
alright, cool.
Is how when you're driving around with a wanted level, cops that are walking around on the sidewalk will throw out spike strips and try to pop your tires. And although this certainly makes police chases more challenging than these cops doing nothing, I definitely like this millions of times more than the cops just casually popping a few caps in your ride without even fucking looking at you. Did I mention?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
3 yet?
But
now, all that stuff I just listed with the AI can be considered
what were you drinking?
Life changes, but there's also a few changes
Tell
that
me.
are implemented outside of the AI that just round the game out with their little improvements. For one, the ability to actually walk around in your safe house is one of these little things that I'm talking about. I know it's such a minor detail, but one thing that always annoyed me a little bit when playing GTA 3 was how you'd immediately be taken to the save menu screen as soon as you walked into.
I don't like it about many games back in the day. I just want to take a break
from my murderous rampage and chill at home for a quick second.
Yeah, exactly.
Crime. Anyway, how about the radio?
I even find the way it's handled in GTA 5 boring. You can buy new apartments, also in GTA 4 it's the same. You can buy new apartments, but it's like, no, come on, give me an apartment and let me customize it, you know? Let me use the money I earn in the game to buy furniture and stuff like that and arrange it. Even if it's simple, I like that. Like, for example, in Skyrim, the DLC, not Donk, what was it called? Hearth? No. Home Hearth? Oh, what was it called? There was a DLC where you can buy land and actually build a building, a house, by collecting materials like wood and stone and metals and ore, whatever, crafting stuff and then turning them into a building. Yeah, and it was kind of simple because you could only select preset rooms, but still you could place stuff in afterwards. That's kind of cool. Sure, you couldn't move around the furniture however you liked it, so you had these preset rooms that always look the same from the way the furniture is arranged, but still, I think just having the option to do something like that is something I really like, because what I feel like for big open world games, once you, let's say 75% through the entire game, like 100%, there really isn't anything to do with the currencies or the stuff you collect and stuff like that anymore, and I want this sort of stuff, you know, small inconsequential things that it does not really matter. In Skyrim, you don't really need to build your own home, but it's cool. It's cool because at some point you have so much money and resources and nothing to spend them on, and these things give you something you can waste your shit on. Even if you never visit your home afterwards ever again in Skyrim, it's still cool. I like it. And that's also something I really liked in, for example, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, that you can spend your money to buy shops and they make you more money. Or in Assassin's Creed 2, how you can slowly build up the Villa Montegerioni or something like that of Uncle Mario. And also the surrounding town by buying buildings and then they get restored and stuff like that, and actually offer you the shops to browse stuff and buy stuff and stuff like that. It's small things, but I really like this because I feel like so many games that have stuff to collect, like money for example, the most simplest thing in games, they tend to have no real purpose most of the time. For example, in GTA 3 you could buy weapons and ammo, but that's it. That's kind of it, right? So you you have this money system and you continuously get more and more money, and it's a reward you get after completing missions, and you can only spend it on weapons and stuff like that. It's really boring. So I definitely like the fact that you can, for example, tune your cars in GTA 5, buy apartments and buy shops, you know? You can actually buy shops and garages and stuff like that in GTA 5. That's so cool. But I want more. I want even more. Like, for example, I want to decorate my own hideouts in GTA 5, for example. And by decorate, I mean, it doesn't have to be too in-depth, but like, give me some options. Not just, you know, the preset thing like in Skyrim, but like, give me preset options with different furnitures, if that makes sense. For example, like, okay, you can put a table here, but you can choose what kind of table. One that looks like this one down here, or maybe one in a different color, or maybe out of different wood, or a slightly different design. You know, stuff like that. Give me something to waste my money on, and I'll play a game for like 500 hours. But don't give me nothing interesting to spend it on, and expect me to play your stupid ass Assassin's Creed Valhalla for like a million fucking years. No, give me some endgame stuff I can do. Some inconsequential endgame stuff that can be expanded upon. Give me that shit. Give me that shit. I like shit like that. And it really disappoints me. Also, like in GTA San Andreas, you can buy hideouts, but they have no use. They have no use. Sure, you can save in them, but what's the point? Well, at least you can take a look at them from the inside. You can check out the interior, but that's it. Yeah. God damn it. All right, I gotta take a quick break, and I also gotta stop the recording and resume it once I'm back. It's getting way too hot in here once again. I don't like it when it's hot. No, I don't like to be sweaty. I don't want to sweat. Sweat is only hot on women. Yeah, but not on me, because I'm not a woman. Alright, see you in a second. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue.
Now, I don't know about any of you, but when I played through GTA 3, the only station I could listen to was Chatterbox FM, which was Laszlo's talk show, because all of the music in that game freaking sucked. But that's understandable, since Rockstar probably didn't have the money to license good songs when they were making GTA 3, but they obviously had the cash to put banger after banger into Vice City and San Andreas. So now that they have this, did they reinvest it into some bangers for Liberty City Stories? Well, Liberty Jam had some certified bops on it, but the only real reason I listened to that at all is because Chatterbox was part of a bigger station this time around, LCFR, which meant that there were like 4 or 5 other talk shows that I really just didn't care for that were usually playing instead of Laszlo. Let's see, what else is
okay.
Oh yeah, if you've played GTA 3 but never seen any gameplay of Liberty City Stories, you might be incredibly thrown off by the fact that people in Liberty City are riding bikes. That's right, motorcycles in this one, which might
he's gonna talk about this as well.
Driving these fragile toy cars that make it a struggle to pass the other cars on the road in 3. It just feels so good to be able to easily drive between those cars at such a high speed en route to your objective. Now sure, you're likely to crash a lot and lose health as a result, but that's always been the trade-off for biking in any GTA. And I'm just glad I could finally do that in this version of Liberty City.
True. Okay, but he's not gonna talk about the...
Alright, I'm not gonna sit here and act
reason
like Liberty City Stories is
why it's not
the best
in
Grand Theft
GTA
Auto
3
series, not even by 2005
story
or 2006 standards. I'm not gonna pretend it's a flawless game that you're a filthy communist if you don't 200% it. Just like with GTA 3, Liberty City Stories has its faults. Hell, just like with Vice City and San Andreas, just like GTA 4, GTA 5, and even Red Dead Redemption 2, Liberty City Stories, it still has its own issues. For one, even though they invented swimming in San Andreas, you still can't swim between the islands of Liberty City. Despite there being restaurants in previous titles, you still rely on health pickups to survive. And while they did improve on the gunplay in Liberty City Stories, it's still somewhat finicky, mostly due to the fact that you can't move while aiming, which is likely due to the limitation of the PSP's fewer amount of buttons, and that's something that's very difficult to adapt to. However, I firmly believe that this is a game that anyone who's played any of the original GTA trilogy should at least give a chance. And that goes double if you've ever played GTA 3. Don't be put off by the subpar mid-2000s graphics, and don't be threatened by its inferior controls to modern games. Find a way to play this title. Play a few missions.
Hell yeah.
A spree or two, and see where it takes you. If it isn't your game,
give it a
that's
try.
Fine, because at least you tried it. But if you did start to enjoy it like I did, then you might have just found yourself a hidden gem, and now you've got a brand new experience to open yourself up to. Because this game takes the world of GTA 3 and gives you a much more satisfying experience as you roam your way through it. And if you do decide to take my advice and give this game a try, there's a few ways you can do it. If you're a purist, or you just don't know how a computer works, you can always find a copy of Liberty City Stories and run it up on some good old original original PSP or PS2 hardware. Alternatively, you could also buy it on iPhone or Android, although I obviously will never recommend that kind of hell to anybody.
Yeah.
Lastly, you can do it
Me
on
neither.
emulated,
It's
either
just
through
no.
PPSSPP if you want the PSP version, if that wasn't obvious enough, or through PCSX2 for the PS2 version. Regardless of your choice of hardware, I do hope that a few of you guys end up trying Liberty City Stories out. Because like I said near the start of this video, it's just not really fair that Liberty City had to be the world that Rockstar sacrificed in order to gain the experience necessary to create the magic in Vice City and San Andreas.
That's true. That's why I also really like this version of the game, because I'm not really a fan of remakes. It's kind of not a remake, you know, that's why I liked it. At first I thought it was just a port, and once I realized it isn't, I thought, okay, that's probably just a remake, right? But no, it's its own thing, but it also gives GTA 3 a chance, because GTA 3 kind of botched it in many aspects of the game, and it's good to see kind of GTA 3, at least Liberty City in that regard, get a second chance before the HD era. That's definitely one of the reasons also why I really liked it, because it really showed that Liberty City deserved a second chance for sure, and it's definitely worth it, what I'm trying to say. What I also wanted to say is I suggest you play it on PSP. Of course, it's difficult to track down a PSP that still works and isn't expensive as hell, and tracking down the UMD disc also is difficult and expensive. So yeah, it's definitely not a must, but I definitely suggest it if you get the chance somehow, you know, maybe you can find it somewhere for cheap, or you know someone that has that game and can lend it to you or something like that. Definitely play it on the PSP, because something I really did not like about the PSP and PSP games is the fact that when they get ported, for example, to the PS2, like they did also with Ratchet Sized Matters, it's not really adjusted. It's still the PSP version, but on PS2, and the controller for PS2 compared to the controls on the PSP are way too different. That's why they had to design around it, because you only have one joystick on the PSP, and on PS2 you have two, obviously. Also on the PSP you only have two shoulder buttons, one left and one right, while on the PS2, for example, or any other PlayStation console, you have four in total, two on the left side and two on the right. And so games had to be designed around that, and I really feel like playing PSP games on the PS2, even though they were originally re-released on the PS2, you can still feel the extreme jankiness simply because the controls are designed around the PSP, but you're playing it on a PS2. In my opinion, it does not feel good to play on PS2. Yeah, that's why I suggest, if you can, play it on the PSP. Also, I still wonder to this day, why did they do what they did? Because sure, the PSP was small as hell, but there had to be different ways they could have easily achieved giving the console 4 shoulder buttons and 2 joysticks instead of 1. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. PSP was kind of cool, but they could have done that better. And I feel like they did with the PS Vita, but unfortunately PS Vita, they did not support it enough, and so it never really took off and died, which is really disappointing, because I also really like the PS Vita. I saw that it had a lot of potential that was squandered by Sony themselves. They released the console and then did nothing. Not really marketed it, not really improved upon it. They just put it out and forgot about it and moved on. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, because I really like handheld gaming. And I don't like the modern alternative, which is to play on your phone. I fucking hate touchpad controls. I really fucking hate touch controls. It just never feels right. I always need controllers. And sure, you could connect a controller to your phone through Bluetooth, but it's no, at that point I'm just like, nah, why? Maybe I should just give it a try and see, but I feel like it makes it kind of janky, but I might try it now that I think about it. Never really tried connecting a controller and trying to play emulator games and stuff like that, or just games in general. The PS4 controller I think you can connect. I don't know about the PS5 controller, and there are also like accessories controllers that have a weird mechanism where you can clamp the phone so it is on top of the controller. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I should probably just try it out and see. I like original hardware. It's just a shame that, you know, consoles die at some point and they get expensive once they're no longer produced.
But by revisiting Liberty City once they knew what they were doing, this map was finally given the fair shot it deserved, and I don't think it went to waste this time around.
Yeah. It was definitely an experience. A really positive experience, in my opinion.
Oh, son of a bitch. Of course my fucking third video has to end up revolving around GTA 3 in some form or fashion. Either way, as I said, this is my third video essay that I've made. And considering the
okay.
Thrillville video I made a few months ago, I'm gonna be honest and say that I'm actually starting to consider shifting the focus of this channel from posting funny gaming videos to consistently uploading stuff like this. Don't get me wrong, there won't be an immediately shift in my style of content or anything like that, since there's still a lot of regular gaming videos that I plan on making, seeing as how I already have the footage for them. But as time goes on, I think I'm at the very least gonna start making these video essays into more of a regular thing here.
I saw that his previous videos.
If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like.
Were a
because
different
that
kind
will tell me
type.
that you want to see more like this. But if you're impatient and don't want to wait until my next video essay, which, to be fair, the gap between the first two is like a year and a half, so I wouldn't blame you one bit.
Damn.
Feel free to check my other two out. I'll have them posted in that little white or black box in the upper right corner right about now. Or if you're watching this on a console,
It's the eye
you
thing.
can search for my channel for one of these thumbnails on the screen. Either way, congratulations if you made it this far into the video. Here's a nice warm chocolate chip cookie as a reward.
Hell yeah!
That's how you know it's actually warm. Alright, I'm done bullshitting.
But is it from Subway? Because the Subway cookies are peak. They're peak. I don't know why, but they're like half cookie, half just dough. And I love it. I love them. I think Subway has the best cookies, period. So if it's one of those cookies, then give me them cookies right now. All of them, not just one or two. All of them. Right now!
I hope you each have a blessed day. I will catch y'all later.
Yeah, you too. Hell yeah. Okay. No, that's not true. I'm watching it. Hell yeah. Alright. I guess that's it. Let's see if there's still something else. No. No, just outro. Alright, awesome! This was Liberty City Stories GTA 3 Second Chance by DrDog6, and it was a really good video. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I definitely saw when I checked out his channel and looked for videos to put on my watch later playlist, and I definitely saw that his video style was something completely different before these videos, and now, well, he said they were funny gameplay style videos, and now he's doing these video essays, which is quite a shift. It's quite a shift, but I like it. I definitely want to check out one of his gameplay videos at some point and see the difference between his video essays and his gameplay videos. But yeah, I like video essays, and I think he does it very well. So yeah, continue doing that. This is good stuff. Alright, so great video, like I said. I think I've said everything I wanted to say about Liberty City Stories. So let's start the outro talk. Before I end this video, like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by DrDog6. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell him PSP, more like penis, super penis. Bars. I'm a lyrical, spiritual, miracle, individual, hibbity, skibbity, hibbity, bip, and my dad is Tony. Ha! Tell him that, and obviously subscribe to him. He deserves it. Like I said, he makes some good videos, and I'm excited to watch more of his videos in the future from here on out. Alright, but for now, before I continue, let's write a nice comment. Liberty City Stories was so good. I remember playing it back in the day on my PSP at night. Good times. I really enjoyed this video. Keep up the good work, Doc. And let's try out one of these emojis. I think I've never used emojis on YouTube, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Something interesting, something goofy. Ooh, how about this? That one is cute. There we go. Hell yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Maybe another one. Okay, we also got normal emojis, alright? I want something goofy, man. Something goofy. Nah, actually, I think I'll leave it like that. I gotta check out the types of emojis there are on my own later, but this one fits. This one fits, alright. So let's comment that. There we go. In case you're wondering, by the way, why my profile picture is a Clippy, there's a video. Look up the Clippy situation or something like that. I just want to show my solidarity with that cause. Clippy was just there to help. It just wanted to help you. I want Clippy back. I want companies to give us a product we actually want and need, and not use it to gather data on us. Just make a Clippy 2.0. Give us a product that just wants to help us and not collect our data, not use our collected data to advertise to us, to abuse us, to abuse our life situations and whatever. No, give me a product like Clippy. It still works till this day. If you fire up an old Windows machine, it still works even without internet. And he might have been annoying, but he only wanted to help. So yeah, definitely check out videos about this topic as well if you're interested. But yeah, that's the reason why I changed mine, why many changed their profile pictures to this Clippy. But I won't keep it like that forever, obviously. I just want to join in, show the companies how many of us just are tired of their shit, and at some point revert back to my old profile picture, because Clippy does not really represent my channel well. So yeah. It's not permanent. I just wanted to mention that it's temporary for some time, but I'll definitely leave it like that for quite some time. But I'll eventually go back to my old one at some point. But yeah, so let's continue the outro talk. And in my comment section down below, tell me what you want me to react to next. Maybe another video by Dr. Dog 6, maybe by someone else, about something else, for something else. You name it, I'll do it. Hell yeah. But try to give me a video title or something like that, because if it's about a topic I'm not familiar with, I don't know what to look out for, right? I don't know what's good and what isn't, so help me out in that regard, alright? Or I can search up something myself, like I've been doing mostly up to this point. I just pick something at random that looks or sounds interesting and hope for the best, and so far it worked pretty well. Hell yeah. Or I can do both. Just let me know which one you prefer, and I'm happy to oblige either way. This has been the Small Penis Man. Small Penis Man out. It's so hot today. I'm so hot. Oh, get it? Oh, I'm hot. I'm so fucking hot. Yeah. You wanna eat some ass? You wanna eat some swamp ass? I don't. Swamp ass. Swamp ass be like, I'm a witch. I'm a swamp witch. Get it? Cause a swamp witch lives in my swamp ass. Ha! Damn! She lives there and throws potions and shit like that. Yeah, that's why you can hear it sometimes. It's not me farting. I'm not farting. It's the witch cackling inside my asshole. In my swamp asshole. My swamped asshole. Stinky. She kinda freaky though. So, you know, I had the opportunity to decide if I wanna get rid of her. But I decided, you know what? She's kinda freaky. She's kinda funny. Every now and then, I'll let her stay. I'll let her stay inside my asshole and my anus. And I feed her. I feed her sometimes by shoving food up my ass. Alright, this is getting weird. This is getting weird. This is getting really weird. I'm weirding myself out, and that's a rarity, so I'm gonna stop. Bye.